Hello everyone, this is Kapil Singh and I'm going to discuss my presentation on the topic that is on Rehan Dam. So in this presentation we will discuss about the location of this dam, about the purpose of this dam and what are the technical specification of this dam and what are the forces which act on this dam and what were the economical and environmental impact of this dam on the country on India. So here we will start firstly with the introduction part. So let's get start with the introduction part. Introduction. Rehan Dam, also known as Govind Ballabh Pansagar, is the largest dam of India by volume. The reservoir of Rehan Dam is called Govind Ballabh Pansagar and is India's largest artificial lake. Rehan Dam is a concrete gravity dam located at Pipri in Sonbad district in Uttar Pradesh in India. Its reservoir area is on the border of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. It is located on the Rehan River, a tributary of the Son River. The catchment area of this dam extends over Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh, whereas it supplies irrigation water in Bihar, located downstream of the river. So, in this slide here, you can see the picture of the Rehan Dam. So now we will discuss about the location of this dam, actually where it is located in India. Rehan Dam is a concrete gravity dam located at Pipri in Sonbad district in Uttar Pradesh in India. Its reservoir area is on the border of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. It is located on the Rehan River, a tributary of the Son River. So here in this picture, it is a location of the Rehan Dam with the red dot on the map of the India. So here you can see. So now we will discuss about the background of this dam. Actually, what was before this dam? Before the dam was built, Singrauli, the town in which it was built, was a primarily agrarian locale. The region lacked basic modern features such as adequate transportation and roads and electricity, but the prospect of arable land provide a boon for local villages to farm and sustain themselves. Authorities recognized the potential for growth in the region as Singrauli was home to vast natural resources including coal, forest with various types of trees such as sal, bamboo, khair, and salal. Building a dam to harness the power of the Rehan would represent a first step in developing the region and bringing industry to it. Now, British colonial authorities were interested in building a dam on the Rehan River as early as 1940. The construction of the dam had the potential to improve the irrigation in the region as well and held the promise of generating hydroelectric power. In year 1952, the independent Indian government sanctioned survey work. Construction began in 1954 and was completed in the year in 1962. So here now we will discuss about the purpose of this dam. The main purpose of the dam is to generate hydroelectricity. It also supplies water to the aluminum industry at Renikut and chemical industry at Pipri. Irrigation. The water collected in the Govind Ballabh Sagar reservoir is directed to the Son Canal, which irrigates about 2.5 lakh hectare of the agricultural land in Champaran, Darbhanga, and Muzaffarpur district of the Bihar. So here now we will discuss about the some technical specification of this dam and spillway. So the height of the dam is 91.46 meter, that is 300 feet. Now the length of this dam is 934.45 meter, that is 3066 feet. Now the reservoir. So the total capacity of the reservoir is 10.6 billion cubic meters and its active capacity is 8.9 billion cubic meters and its inactive capacity is 1.7 billion cubic meters and its catchment area is 13,333.26 kilometers square. Now the power station. Turbines having 6 by 50 megawatt Francis types. Installed capacity is 300 megawatt. The FRL of the dam is 220 68.22 feet and is impound 8.6 million acre feet of water. The construction of the dam resulted in forced relocation of nearly 1 lakh people. So here in this picture you can see the cross section of this dam and on this on cross section of this dam, and here on this picture you can see the area of the Rehan reservoir. So here now we will discuss the some forces which act on the Rehan Dam. As you have already seen that the Rehan Dam is a concrete gravity dam. So the forces which act on the concrete gravity dam are the water pressure, uplift pressures, earthquake forces, wave pressures, silt pressure, ice pressure, and the weight of them. So here in this picture you can easily You can easily see the forces which act on this dam with this number: weight, water pressure, uplift pressure, earthquake pressure, wave pressure, silt pressure, ice pressure, and weight of this dam. So here now we will discuss about the economical and environmental impact of the Rehan Dam on the country. So in terms of achieving economic growth and developing for Indian authorities and businesses interest, the Rehan Dam has been an unmitigated service success. The construction of the dam allow for the Singrauli region to expand rapidly in the ensuing year with various industries emerging in the region. Local industries produce a wide range of goods such as commercial vehicles, mining equipment, locomotive, telecommunication cables, the power generation equipment to facilitate this growth. The Indian government subsequent purchased thousands of acres of land in the neighboring villages and thousands of in the district of Madhya Pradesh and to sell to the industrialists. These plants require tens of thousands of workers to operate them and creating opportunity for Indian to earn better wages. Singh point out firm did not hire the local displaced by the dam. Instead, the government and companies choose to hire laborers from the other region within India. And I continue, as the Indian government primarily concern has been to foster growth, and it has often chosen the most expedient route to achieve its goal. At the expense of the environment, the construction of the Rehan Dam was only the beginning of industrialization in the Singrauli region. As state and private entities have continued to develop the region, pollution has increased, threatening the environment and well-being of residents, while taking valuable farmland. Pollution from industry has harmed the health of the local resident, as well as fluoride contamination in the dam reservoir water pollutes groundwater, consequently affecting drinking water and agriculture. Researchers estimate that more than 60 million people from 17 states deals with the effect of dental, skeletal, or non-skeletal fluorosis, a chronic condition caused by excessive intake of fluorine compound mixed by a mottling of teeth and a severe calcification of the ligament. While some fluoride contamination may be caused by natural processes, human activities such as coal and mineral mining and the operation of thermal power plants have led to increased pollution, coupled with increased demand of water. More resident and consequent forced to drink this contaminated water. And now thank you. So now thank you, as I hope that you have understood something about this dam. So